You must have 10 hours off a day. You cannot drive more than 13 hours in a day. You cannot drive after 14 hours of on duty hours, driving or not. After being off for at least 8 hours, you cannot drive more than 13 hours. After at least 8 hours off, no driving after 14 on duty hours. After at least 8 hours off, you cannot drive after 16 hours of time. So the cycle requirement. To switch cycle, you have to start a new cycle. Before a new cycle, from a 7-day cycle, you must have 36 consecutive hours completely off duty. A driver starting a new cycle from a 14-day cycle must have 72 consecutive hours off duty. So for 7 hours, after 7 hours, you need 36 hours off. After 14 hours, you need 72 hours off. The daily logs must contain the driver's name, date, start time, unless it starts at midnight. If the time is not written down, it will be assumed you started at midnight, 12 a.m. Your driving cycle needs to be written down. The odometer reading, the start time at the beginning, the end time at the end, the number plates of all vehicles driven and trailers, operations, name, and the home terminal address and operator's main address. If not using a recording device, Form 1 graph grid is necessary. Okay, and you have to put in your start and finish times and the start time of each duty status, whether it's off duty or on duty. You have to change of duty. You have to mark down your location where the duty status changes, the total time of each duty status, the odometer at the end of the day or shift, the total distance driven as well, and your signature, driver's signature. Now there is a daily log exemption, and it's if you drive within 160 kilometer radius of your start point. Returns to the same location at the end of the shift is exempt, and you only work for one or more operator that day is exempt. So even with an exemption, a driver must log the date, driver's name, location at start and end, the driver's cycle, the hour where duty status starts and ends, and the total hours each duty status. So when starting your engine, you should have the parking brake should be on, the tranny should be in neutral. You should push the accelerator to raise the idle if the truck isn't running smoothly but not too much. Always look at your oil pressure. Make sure it's okay. When driving, test your service brakes within 50 feet or 15 meters. Always be gentle but gradual with engine speed and speed up. Know your gear pattern if the clutch is released slowly. Allow clutch to slip will, if you allow the clutch to slip, you will overheat it. If you have a clutch brake, you only have to put the clutch to the floor when at a full stop, and to the floor when starting out. You may have interaxle differential lock. Always test the diff lock periodically. Use the diff lock or differential lock only where one or both wheels may slip. Differential lock is like having two-wheel drive. Make sure it is in the unlocked position normally. If wheels are already spinning, do not engage the differential lock. Trucks must enter and drive on highways at 60 meters, 200 feet apart. After the speed limit is 60 kilometers or 40 miles per hour. Or if the 60 kilometers or 40 miles per hour is reached. Unless overtaking to pass. Time for ice cream. Truck 11 is the ice cream truck. Okay. Commercial vehicles 1995 or newer with a weight, that's the manufacturer's gross vehicle weight rating, the MGVWR of 11,794 kilograms or 26,000 pounds or more will have a speed limiter, and it will be limited to 105 kilometers or 65 miles per hour. Actually, buses are exempt. So are mobile cranes, motorhomes, ambulances, cardiac arrest vehicles, fire apparatuses. But you may find, especially with school buses, that they have also put the limiters on there so that you won't go over 105. You must be 150 meters behind any activated emergency vehicle if you're driving on the highway or the roadway when they pass you. Commercial vehicles that can be out half hour before sunset and half hour after sunrise must have reflectors or flares or lanterns that can produce 2 warning lights that can be seen from 500 feet away or 150 meters in the event of an emergency stop or breakdown. If you break down where the speed limit is 60 or over, you must put reflectors 100 feet or 30 meters in front and 100 feet or 30 meters behind the vehicle day or night. When visibility is less than 150 meters or 500 feet, also. If visibility of reflectors is obstructed, you must add extra warning lights or reflectors.